is up, viewers? Patrick from Bob vs. Only, back in our TV's episode number 2 of War Week on Bob versus of the Day. And today's verse comes out of Jeremiah 51, verse 20, and it says, "You are my war club, my weapon for battle. With you, I shatter nations. With you, I destroy kingdoms." And that's what that verse means. And it's time for the church recap. And starting off today is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 19. And here's what it says. "If only for this life we have hope in Christ, we are all people most to be pitied." So now, in Matthew chapter 6, verses 19 through 21, and this is found in other parts of the Bible. Here's what it says. "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." That's all for the verse portion, and Glenn asked the question, what is your final destination? This was last Saturday's radio program. So now, Rob's sermon from yesterday, in Ephesians chapter 1, verses 5 through 6, and verse 7. Here's what it says. "In Christ, God forgave you. Follow God's example, therefore, as dearly loved children, and walk in the way of love, just as Christ loved us and gave himself up for us as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. But among you there must not be even a hint of sexual immorality or of any kind of impurity or of greed, because these are improper for God's holy people. Nor should there be obscenity, foolish talk, or coarse joking, which are out of place, but rather thanksgiving. For of this you can be sure, no immoral, impure, or greedy person, such a person is an idolater, has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God. Let no one deceive you with empty words, for because of such things God's wrath comes on those who are disobedient. Therefore, do not be partners with them." So now, going into 1 Samuel chapter 13, verses 13 through 14. And here's what it says. "You have done a foolish thing," Samuel said. "You have not kept the command the Lord your God gave you. If you had, he would have established your kingdom over Israel for all time. But now your kingdom will not endure. The Lord has sought out a man after his own heart, and appointed him ruler of his people, because you have not kept the Lord's command." And that's all for the verse portion, and some verses that were also read yesterday during Rob's sermon was Colossians 4, verse 14, Philemon chapter 1, verse 23, and I think there was another verse read, and 2 Timothy 4, verses 9 through 10. And the verse to leave you with today In Matthew 5, verse 9, it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." And that's going to do for the video. Thanks for watching. And until next time again, viewers, in every way, God's way is always the best way.